Hi everybody, good morning. I'm doing background daily challenge. Today daily challenge is Sokudo. The hint is a GraphQL, that's new. Of course, you register as always. Um, .com, whatever you put there, you put your password 123, and then you register. It log you in. Let's start as always. Do all expect, make sure you have persistent, disable cache. Let's see, the first page is dashboard. What does exactly dashboard called? It do so stat endpoint, that is not GraphQL endpoint. Stats, that's, no, this is the stat endpoint. It has a history, we have a stat, we have a response. It gives you, so you can see there's an ID, the user ID 4, which is me, dotted session 0, that's my stats, so I know there's some, maybe this is the ID for the user when you log in. That's information person best. Um, that's my refresh. Then the limit history, nothing response. It's not the GraphQL, we have a leaderboard. We should give you, you can see, the reason why I'm doing this so you can know the names. We have a username, so you can know there's a field called username. We have a couple of users there, username, that's me, and then we have speedy type is there. Then you have the practice endpoint. Let's clear this one a little bit. And then it tell you, okay, you can click, if you click start session and it tell you start typing, the interesting part we'll see is what exactly we're looking for. We're looking for this, the endpoint GraphQL. This is the endpoint that the room is talking about, because any request to API GraphQL is get it. So now we have a GraphQL. We start to enumerate the response. It tell you ID go to event session start timestamp. So a request that it's sent, if I make it raw, is said the query, that whole text that we doing now to, and then you have user ID, event, all of that. So you can see things. Now, because that's the entry point of GraphQL, now you start enumerate GraphQL. GraphQL, you know it because the endpoint is usually the GraphQL API, and it's in a JSON application type. So it's an JSON type. Now you get all this query. Now we can remove this long query, so you can start enumerating. The first thing to enumerate is confirm it. We can confirm it with type. How you spell the type name? I think that's the only thing to do with it. And then response bed request. What bed request is this? Um, did I miss something? We have a dot there. We have the query. Yeah, this one is not supposed to be the syntax here. An expected name type name. Why tell me it's wrong now? Oh, I see what I'm doing. The JSON is wrong. Oh, guys, why are you doing these mistakes? Um, and we know it's type query. So just to confirm the query of what do you call it? GraphQL. Let's not. First of all, next thing you do the full schema dump introspection. Usually it's not always there, but we can test it if it's allowed or not. So we can do schema. Um, And I don't want to do the same mistake I did before. Schema types. Let's count them because that's a name field. How many we did? 1, 2, 3. I think let me count them. 1 open, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, no, this one are not supposed to be there. An error. Let's see what I'm doing mistakes now. For the sake of note, it's better if I did copy paste. So we have the open schema. We open the type. Let's make space. I'm looking for types. Name fields. Fields. Open score name. Now how many we close? We close the name. No, leave that one there. So who is complaining? Oh, we need to send the query and then we need to close it. Can't load. Oh, SC schema. And here what it tell you GraphQL introspection has been disabled, but the requested query contain the field schema message GraphQL introspection has been disabled. Okay. So basically this one is disabled. If it's not disabled, we get all the structure of the database. But that's not wrong. That's not a big query, a big problem. We can play with it. We can just say, for example, how you test it. Usually you just put wrong things. For example, test. A query test. This means usually the image can't query the field test on type query, so it's not there. But if you can guess before we're talking about users, so you can see there is a user table, field user of type user must. Now you can see, so there is user table exist. We know there is a user table, so user table exists must have selection of subfield. Did you mean user? And that's what, because the engine query yes basically tell you what to do. Tell you, did you mean this? You see what happened? It already tell you what to do. So okay, interesting. So we can just say, um, is there an ID field in on it? There is tools you can. Oh no, we have. Oh, interesting. So it's already give me the answer. Is there? Uh, because I know there is a user ID. How about username, for example? Uh, is there a username field? Yes, there is a username field. Is there a password? I get you the flag. And you can, because you know all of them, you can just do username and put all of them there. That's how you name it. Of course, you can get automatic tools to detect things, so you can see now we got all the users one shot. You can also, for example, if you want, you can do how you do that one. Let me see if I still remember. You can do user, for example, specific user. You can collect ID. Um, for example, one. Maybe the next room, because usually they will do these tricks. So not that. So I'm calling ID username. How many bracket I have now? One, two. I think I'm one, two. Close. Let's see that. Now we got to use for the first one. So the flag is in user one, and then you can get one by one if you want. Flag username 2 speedy, we get his password. Maybe this one we can use it next rooms when because each one has they repeat it a couple of times. So we have user number 3. I'm not showing you my dangerous password. 123. Is there user number 5, and then we don't have no. So the flag is in user. That's how query you query what they call it, a GraphQL. Thank you guys for watching and have a good day.